Welcome back to Plug and Play EV. I'm Steve, and in this one we'll be looking at the IYILO 48 amp home charger, a new name on the market but one that has been getting some impressive attention, and should you consider it for your home charging needs? Let's take a look at this new addition to home charging options.
So excuse the battered box here, that was me from having this hang around in the car as we travelled rather than any rough transit on IYILO's part. But we can open it up here and take a look at what we've got in the IYILO 48 amp EV charger 1450 plug-in version. So right off the front, tells you level 2, gives you links to the IYILO app, got your Energy Star ratings, ETL, Intertech, and all of the good stuff you want to see. Open up with an info sheet, again giving you easy quick starts with user manual, quick installation guide, nothing on the other side. All of your mounting hardware and all the quick instructions for the user manual. So big chunky user manual, that's most likely due to different languages, or possibly not. Full 36 pages of user manual, nice glossy feel. There's the quick start guide. All of your links again to the IYILO app, starting off with removing the back bracket, positioning for drilling holes, selecting the right screws for wood or brick concrete, mounting bracket, all the usual stuff that you've seen. So it has all this good stuff, it's a solid feel. Put that over to the side. There's all your various stickers, mounting cards, registration details, wall template right there. And then, as we're kind of used to now, this is pretty solid, heavy duty screws for the concrete or masonry installation. And then this, not actually sure. This is the AD 34.5 conduit fitting for a hardwired installation. So that's not what we're going to look at, but nice to know that that's in there as well if you need it in future. And then you've got the unit itself, which has been used, as I say. So we've unpacked this a fair few times. But nice casing, very solid, comes in a well fitted and molded protection on top and bottom. This is the same charger that we've seen used out in the wild. Your charging status, RFID card if you're going to set that up, and Wi-Fi connectivity. Handle, really nicely done, very solid feeling. That takes a good deal of effort to push down, so that's going to stay in place nicely once it's in. And the clip, as we know, is a fairly common breakpoint for a lot of J1772s. This will be going away, obviously, as you start to move towards the J3400 Tesla standard. But you have J1772 port for this one, and the clip feels solid. And you can obviously use that with your smaller level 2 adapter from Tesla or whoever else you've got it from. If you own an EV model with the native NACS J3400 port. Move all this out. Plenty of space there, good packaging. There's your NEMA 1450 plug, all fairly standard stuff. And then we'll get this out of the way and have a look at it. So you can see you've got the extra space here, extra length on the input cable from the NEMA 1450. Gives you a little more wiggle room. We saw that with other versions of level 2 chargers where we've moved from this relatively short cable, which could have come down to here for the input, which gives you only a little bit of wiggle room, and you really need to think a lot more about mounting in exactly the right place. Whereas this gives you plenty of opportunity to put it around the wall, move it into a slightly better place if you have some options. What you're getting here is the features in the charger itself, the safety rating with the thermal sensors, and the solid build quality that you expect. The cable is standard 21 foot, so you've got the usual length there. Obviously we've talked about the quality of the casing there. So all in all, just a really good package. It's one of those that's new to the market, but which comes out with all of the things that you're looking for now in mid-level AC charging band. You've got those wireless features, you've got the app, you've got the safety features. One of those features that some people like to have, other people are less enthused about. Being able to mount the connector in the holster of the unit itself. Some come with just a separate holster that you have to mount on a wall. That gives you a little more leeway on where you'll put it and how you mount it, but this does keep it all in one place. It's covered there, so you're not going to get a whole lot of ingress, although if snow blew in on the side, I guess we do have snow right now, that could be something that could start to build up in those really deep pockets. So I may want to think about that, but if it's angled just a little bit down, that's going to have to be very specific ingress there, and it's protected in the connector itself because that goes deep into the unit, and there's a plastic casing on the outside to keep it safe. All the boxes ticked as far as the things you're looking for at this price point and this level of charger. So if this is one that you're interested in looking into, you can check out the video description here for an extra 5% off for watching this review. That's on top of other discounts that the Amazon listing has in place already. Or if you're using the website, you can use code PLUGPLAYEV to receive an additional 10% off the pricing on the website. 4 different versions, 2 at 48 amps plug-in and hardwired, and 2 at 40 amps, same again. The full one here includes the energy meter and some of the pieces you might want to know about this. The extra temperature sensors. There's one into the 1450 plug right here, and then another in the connector, which provides real-time temperature monitoring via the app. So interesting stuff there, and that's part of the safety proposition of this particular unit. And the connector is going to stop charging there when the temperature reaches 221 degrees Fahrenheit, so you can certainly see that's way up there. Can power share across 2 chargers, and there's installation instructions in the user manual for that, and has dynamic load balancing that requires an energy meter for the hardwired version, which we do not have here, but nice to know those features are available if you're going to mount this permanently via hardwiring. And as far as full specs, this will be a little presentation here just to give you all of the numbers for those who want to dive into this.
So that's our look at the IYILO 48 amp home charger. What do you think? Is this one that you would consider? Do those safety features and overheating protection give you a little bit more peace of mind, or is this just another charger that you would add to the potential shortlist of ones that could be installed at your home and power your EV? Let us know down in the comments. Always interested to hear what people are using and the pros and cons of each. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one. Cheers.